we actually have one severe thunderstorm, which has been indicated by radar to be producing a tornado. It's one of the reasons why we're cutting into your coverage right now. And there's still a lot ongoing from Monroe, stretching up towards southeast Arkansas. A lot that we're watching in particular. But this one particular storm right now, we're going to zoom in and go ahead and get started with this. This one storm, again, radar indicated some rotation with this. This is just to the west of Vicksburg. We're in Madison Parish. This is actually just to the southwest of Tallulah, kind of coming just south I-20 corridor. Again, we've been looking at some rotation with this particular storm, and this is one of the reasons why we're cutting into your program right now to go ahead and start covering this. And we've been kind of fortunate, I would say, for the most part, as far as these storms. There's been a little bit of, not as full organization, I guess you could say, with the main line that's been pushing through northeast Louisiana. But really the main thing we were watching was areas that could be down to the southeast, where I would probably say from Tallulah, stretching further down into Tensas Parish, Catahoula, Concordia Parish will be some places we're going to be watching. But right now, as you can see, here is some rotation we're seeing right now just to the southwest Tallulah. So we're going to be watching this in particular. If you live south of Tallulah, then this is kind of heading towards Tallulah. So if you live in that area, I would definitely say go ahead and head to your safe place. Southwest of Tallulah, again, south I-20 corridor. Also, I would say you need to be heading to your safe place as well. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning also with this storm, and of course we have the tornado tag. So this tornado warning is in effect. This runs through at least 8:45 p.m. So we'll be with you at least for the next 50 minutes or so, because we're about 9 minutes shy from the top of the 8 o'clock hour, and this runs through at least 8:45. So this will run through at least near the Tallulah community. So I will go ahead, if you live in Tallulah and you're listening to me now, go ahead and head to your safe place. That is going to be your best case scenario right now. Of course, we also have the severe thunderstorm warning for this same storm. And let's see if we can click on there. There we go. Now that runs to 8:30. So from the 8:30 to 8:45 time frame is what we're looking at with this storm within the actual polygon that's been drawn out. So like I said, from Tallulah down to the southwest, and also running south if you're going from Tallulah down into northern part of Tensas Parish, you need to be taking your safe place. And yes, Elizabeth, you got something to add? Yes.
Radar here, which means that there is some debris. There is radar confirmed, so it has not officially been seen by anyone, but we can see it on the debris signature. So still it's going to be around Tallulah around 7:55, Mound and Mansford around 8:10. So right now we do have a radar confirmed tornado on the ground, and that is going to continue until 8:45. So that's what we have right now.
Okay, so you heard it there. We have a confirmed tornado. And so this is no longer just we're looking at radar. We actually now have a debris signature that's been kicking up, which we have been seeing some tightening rotation with this. So again, if you live in Tallulah, you live in Richmond, you need to be in your safe place right now, as we do have a confirmed tornado. I'm going to try to zoom in and see if we can get a little closer to this and actually get a little, because I know there's plenty of people. I know it's a lot of rural areas in Madison Parish. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in here, get a little tighter look. Just the areas just southwest, and kind of a little hard. Elizabeth, can you see some of these roads here? I believe there's Sharkey Road, but that's just down to the southwest, and I can't really see those roads there. So here's Tallulah, and then there's the south, that's the Richmond community. Again, it's very rural out in this area right here. So again, we're in Madison Parish. We're kind of along the Madison Parish and northern Tensas Parish border right here. So again, we are southwest of Tallulah right now. So this is where we are tracking this area of rotation right here. So this is now a confirmed tornado warning. I'm going to step off for a second and try to read off some of these roads. Can't always see it from my vantage point here. Okay, here we go. So yeah, okay, I said Sharkey Road. So Sharkey Road, if you live along that area, I also would say, so Afton, Quimby, this is kind of moving. It's to the northwest of you guys. Still something to watch out for. Still need to be watching the storm. I would not be out along the roadways. Let me see here. This is Afton. Yeah, Afton Road. So running from Tallulah, from Richmond, further south towards Quimby. This is where we're tracking this current tornado warning. So you definitely, like I said, need to be in a safe place. Do not need to be out on the roadways. Need to be watching this in particular. And this is currently the only warned storm that we have that's been confirmed to producing a tornado warning. And okay, Elizabeth, if we can switch to the Links 2 computer real quick, Elizabeth actually has the debris signature. If we can pop that up real quick in the control room there, if y'all can hear me, definitely want to show that real quick. So we definitely have a very, very decent radar debris signature. This is the southwest of Tula. So what this is telling us is that this storm has picked something up. There's something in the air. This is a very, very strong debris signature. This is the reason why we now have the confirmed. I'm not sure if it's up yet. Can we switch to the Links 2 computer real quick in control room? We'd like to show this real quick, if we can. If not, we did take a lightning strike earlier, so it may not be possible. But yeah, we're currently watching that one in particular. So yeah, this is definitely a storm we need to be paying close attention to, because it's not showing, I would say, too much signs of weight. We just got a new radar scan. So this is kind of now, it's looking like this might pass between Tallulah and probably the northern part of the Madison Parish Tensall line. So, I mean, hopefully, definitely if you live in Tallulah community, you need to be in your safe place right now. I mean, you need to be taking the storm seriously, as we do have a good debris signature. And this is, like I said, the only, only storm we're currently watching right now. So definitely, I would say areas north of I-20 corridor, currently all good, we're all clear, but areas to the southeast, we're talking from Columbia, Cuyahoga, Concordia Parish, probably still going to be watching and taking this in particular, but like I said, this storm is what we're currently watching right now. This is just to the west of Vicksburg. And moving just down to the southwest of Tallulah. Step off for a minute. If we're not capable of getting the Links 2 computer up, I'm going to try to see if we can't pull this up on my computer so I can give you a little better indication on what we're currently looking at. There we go. All right, this is what I was trying to show. This cluster right here, running just to the southwest of Tallulah, running near Shockey Road. And I'm trying to keep a little eye on the National Weather Service chat and make sure anything new. So here's Tallulah, got Richmond. This right here is what I'm looking at right here. I'm going to draw this out. This is what we're seeing. Something is up in the air. Radar is indicating something that is not rainfall. So this is our debris signature. And this is the reason why this went to a confirmed tornado. So someone may not have saw this, but we definitely know for a hard fact something is being a debris. It could be a hay bale, could be a cotton bale. I know there's a lot of farmland out in this area. Something is up in the air, and this is a pretty good, well-defined debris signature. That's the reason why we're trying to take this storm very seriously, as this could be a very dangerous storm right now, just passing to the south and southwest Tallulah. And again, this is the reason why I'm trying to stressing the importance of it. Now, Richland Parish, Delhi, Rayville, you guys are good. This is strictly Madison Parish, to the Tallulah community, Richmond. This is where, and we're not seeing any letting up. Again, we still got a decent debris signature. Thank you for pointing that out, Elizabeth, earlier over there. So again, she's also in the meteorologist. Elizabeth Temple is in studio. She's with me, we're also monitoring the chat. And we're going to be with you guys at least for the next 30, 45 minutes for this storm to pass on through. And it's really the only storm we're currently watching right now. I would say areas down to the southeast are still possibly under threat. I don't want to rule it out completely, but from Monroe, north of I-20, we're currently seeing the tornadic threat weaken a bit. But also worth noting, not across eastern Texas right now, we still have an outflow boundary producing some severe storms, mainly just wind gusts. The main thing as far as any tornadic is currently along the Mississippi River Valley. So this is where we're currently watching this particular storm right here. This is to the west of Vicksburg, kind of just south of the I-20 corridor. This is actually moving fairly close to the Tallulah community. So like here's Tallulah. And like I said, I mean, I really am stressing the importance of finding your safe place, whether it is underground storm shelter, an interior closet. That's the best place you can be. If interior closet or an underground storm shelter or a basement, that's the best place you can be. Mobile homes are not technically safe scenarios, especially in this situation. Again, we're tracking this debris signature to the southwest of Tallulah, and it's coming towards Tallulah. I'm going to give another storm track on this right here. And whoops, try to go back there. All right. So we're going to pull this to the northeast. So this will be in Richmond at about 8:13 and in Tallulah at about 8:15. So you got about a 15-minute window before this storm starts to enter your area. So again, cannot stress the importance of it enough. You got 15 minutes. Go ahead and head to your storm safe place. Like I said, an interior bathroom, a basement. If you happen to have a storm shelter outside, definitely that's obviously the best case scenarios. But again, if you don't have any of those, an interior closet or an interior bathroom where you have walls on all sides that's inside the house itself. It's not along the outside. So that's going to be the best case scenario. Like I said, we're going to be watching this particular. Hopefully this will let up, but it's not showing too much signs of it. So I'm going to try to switch back to the velocity scan here and try to see if we can get a better vantage point. And let me see, all right. And we've been switching between different radars. Jackson's radar has been showing the best vantage point because as our radar here in Monroe has been getting pretty dampered with a lot of heavy rainfall. So again, all right, so here's the new vorticity scan. And honestly, from what we were looking at earlier, this was kind of at the start of the warning, showing a little signs of it weakening, so that's a good sign. There's still a debris signature, so they're probably going to run this warning at least probably till the time it expires, which is 8:45. And this is for, again, we're running along the I-20 corridor. This storm is just to the south of Richmond and Tallulah. It will be in your area within the next 12, 13 minutes. So again, like I said, I can't stress the importance enough to be in your safe place right now. This tornado warning runs to 8:45. Now the severe thunderstorm warning that comes with it, that goes to 8:30. I would probably say within the next 28 minutes, it's going to be kind of on the northern fringe of the actual warning polygon, which is where they had extended that. So of course we'll be watching that as it gets closer to the Mississippi River. And this, like I said, this is the only warned storm within the entire ARC limits. I know we got a lot of people within our viewership across South Arkansas, northern Louisiana. This is the only area in particular that we're currently watching. Just to the west of Vicksburg, strictly Madison Parish. Tensall, it's north of you guys, you're good. And I would honestly say everything running north of I-20, South Arkansas, tornadic threat, you guys are good. Of course, we have a tornado watch that did get extended. Let me see if I can't pull that up real quick, show you the current tornado watch that was extended for our eastern half of the Vanguard. There we go. So new tornado watch was issued for our easternmost parishes. That's going to run through at least 3 o'clock in the morning. So we still have the tornado watches in effect for the rest of northeast Louisiana. 9 o'clock p.m. is when we're going to see that expire. But I would probably say, like I said, getting a better case scenario that things north of the I-20 corridor is looking a bit better as far as anything tornadic. It's just currently right along in areas to the south here. And then, of course, stretching into Mississippi, where we're currently seeing that type of situation. So it looks like they may have extended that warning. Elizabeth, have you got anything to add to this?
Yeah, so it says at 8:02, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Tallulah, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. It's back down to radar indicated. I'm still seeing a debris signature. So, I mean, as of right now, the Weather Service is saying it's back to radar indicated. but this warning is still in effect until 8:45, and it's near Tallulah, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. So that's the latest update on that.
Okay. So it's looking like it's moving just to the southeast. So again, this might be moving, I would say, just to the east of Richmond. We're talking just a couple of miles here. It's not much of a difference. You're still close enough to this storm. You need to be in your safe place. Because right here where my finger is, this is the I-20 corridor. So if you know anybody along I-20 that's traveling, it's currently 8:05 at night. If you know anybody out in Madison Parish that's maybe coming from Jackson to Vicksburg, call them and let them know that there is a dangerous storm heading in their direction. So definitely be aware of that. So yeah, so like I said earlier, the storm back to the west, and like I said, we no longer have the confirmed tag with it, but there's still some rotation with it. So again, there's still enough where it's possibly making it down to the ground, and that's one of the reasons why they extended this. So again, we're going to be watching this at least for the next 35 to near 40 minutes for the storm as it crosses over the I-20 corridor, probably running just to the east of Tallulah. So that's our main thing now. And again, they still have the severe thunderstorm warning, which runs till 8:30. So again, we're going to be watching that. Here's Vicksburg, here's Delta, and there's the I-20 corridor. So again, it's crossing near Tallulah along I-20. Now, I'm going to pull up the radar here. Jackson radar, and we're going to go, just want to give y'all a look at as far as like the big picture. So here's that main line, and then just out ahead of it is where we're watching for more storms. I mean, we have another one kind of crossing out of Concordia Parish now, starting to push into parts of Mississippi now. So we're going to be watching that. But yeah, this is the only storm we currently have as far as warning, because it kind of lost a lot of organizational structure as it kind of pushed into southern Arkansas and areas, I would say, just near north of the I-20 corridor and northeast Louisiana. So like I said, we still got some very hard, heavy rainfall that's coming out of Ouachita Parish, coming along I-20 into Richland Parish, and the only rotation we've been currently seeing is with this particular system. Now, I am going to check real quick what we're seeing just not too far away, and I think it looks like we're all clear with this particular, okay. So this is near Faraday and Natchez. I wanted to check on that real quick just to make sure that storm is not showing any strong signs of rotation. Right now, this storm right here, and like I said, we're in Madison Parish. I know Madison, Tensas, it's not a lot as far as population. No, it's a lot of farmland, a lot of crops and things like that out there in that direction. But we definitely have a community cluster here in Tallulah and Richmond. Of course, here is that rotation that we still see. Again, they're going to at least run this warning. I mean, if it keeps this up in the next couple of radar scans, we might actually see the tornado warning get extended further, kind of, I would probably say, crossing into Issaquena, crossing over into parts of Mississippi there. So again, but our main concern is Madison Parish. This is where this rotation is. So like I said, if you're just now joining us, the current time is 8:08. We've been tracking a storm, I would say, for about the past 20-25 minutes or so, which is a storm capable of producing a tornado. We had a debris signature. That debris signature is starting to weaken a bit, and again, that's the reason why they have not made a new confirmed warning. But again, we're going to be watching this in particular. This is south of Tallulah. And again, I want to stress the importance of it. This storm has got a history of producing a debris signature, and it could still produce it. That's the thing. So we're going to be watching this particular. And Elizabeth, if there's anything new, has anything new on the chat yet?
Nothing more about the tornado warning. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning, though, for northeastern Richland Parish and southwest Carroll Parish for 60-mile-an-hour gusts and quarter-size hail. It was located over Rayville, moving northeast at 40. But that's the only other warning. There's no new updates on the tornado warning, so it is still in effect until 8:45.
Okay, yeah, so 9:15 for this severe thunderstorm warning. This does include the Epps community. It does not include Delhi. but this does include Rayville. So Rayville up to Epps, northern parts of Richland Parish, stretching just into southern parts of West Carroll Parish. So here's Oak Grove. Again, all of it's coming in direction. Still do not need to be outdoors. You need to be inside, in a structure in your home. Again, it's 8 o'clock at night. Most people usually are, but again, if you got any friends or anything like that may be out and about, it is Saturday night. So again, just be mindful of that. And like I said, our main concern is this storm just south of Tallulah, and that's what we're currently watching right now. And I would really like to see if we still have a debris signature. So I'm actually going to step off real quick and see if we can't get a look to see if we still have one. And we just got a new radar scan too. Like I said, it's still some rotation there. So again, we're going to be watching this at least for the next 30, 35 minutes or so, but I'm going to try to pull up and see if we can't get okay. So we still have a bit of a debris signature. This is actually, okay, so this is near Tallulah. Here's Richmond. This right here is what we're watching, right here. So there is something aloft right here. The radar, this is coming from the Jackson radar. There is something aloft right here. Don't know what it is. Could be a hay bale, could be a cotton bale, could be anything, could be a tree trunk. Thing is, this storm is whipping up some debris. So Tallulah, Richmond, as I said 20 minutes ago, you need already, hopefully you are in your safe place right now. Because again, this storm is still producing very, very strong wind gusts. We're definitely seeing that. We still got rotation. So definitely take this storm very serious. And this is going to be crossing the I-20 corridor near Tallulah and Richmond. Again, I was hoping that this would probably run just to the southeast of it, but it's not looking like it might be the case. It's going to be coming dangerously close to the Tallulah and Richmond community. And that's why I can't stress enough that you're taking the storm seriously. So we're going to pull back the, and it's really, you know, if you look at just normal radar itself, it doesn't seem like there's much there. So this is kind of pulling from our radar.
Okay, they have canceled the tornado warning.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Elizabeth.
They have canceled the tornado warning. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears to be capable of producing a tornado. But the tornado watch is still in effect, until 3 a.m.
Okay, so that's good news in that regard. So let me switch back to, okay. So they canceled the tornado warning, and they hadn't said anything about the confirmed one, I'm assuming?
Yes, I'm assuming so. It just says the tornado warning for Central Madison Parish is canceled.
Okay.
Okay,
so we're going to stay on air with you a little bit until all this starts to clean up a little bit. So they just taken out the severe thunderstorm warning. Like I said, there's still some rotation right here that we're watching. That's why I said to, be in your safe place at least for the next, 10 minutes or so. Let this storm go ahead and get past you. Because, we could still get some power outages. This is still whipping up some strong wind gusts. And this is not the only area in particular that we're watching for strong wind gusts. Matter of fact, not too far away, we're going to, just in northeastern parts of Richland Parish right here. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Richland, and this kind of goes up into West Carroll Parish, but this runs through at least 9:15. So this is still at least for another hour or so with this particular storm for Rayville up towards Epps. Delhi, you're not in the warning, but I would honestly say you're probably going to get a similar situation with some gusty winds, heavy rainfall. So you definitely need to be indoors, be paying attention. We're not seeing any signs of rotation with that particular storm. Let me go ahead and pull up the Jackson radar here. Yeah, so a lot of heavy rainfall stretching from Epps back towards Rayville. More than likely got some hail in there as well. So again, be careful. Do not be out and about. We're still watching that storm, like I said, that had a history of producing tornado near Tallulah. It's looking like right now, let's just slide over there again. We didn't have too far to go here. So kind of this is with Jackson's radar, showing where the bulk activity is. So again, this is now kind of moving just past Tallulah right now. Again, the rotation, I mentioned earlier, it looked like it was weakening, so I wondered if they were going to cancel it, so it seems like they have. So good news there, but it's not just like it's disappeared. So that's the reason why we're going to, just keep an eye on it for just a second. Okay, so, all right, so that actually looks a lot better, considering what we were looking at earlier. So we just got a new radar scan, and yeah, it's definitely weakening out. So good news there. That's been so far, I would say most of the Arclimus has been fairly, we've been fairly fortunate so far, I would say, as far as anything tornadic. But again, that's the only thing we've had so far in Madison Parish. So again, I'm going to pull up the live radar here, show you guys a little bit better picture of what's left over. There's still some storms. There's been a weak outflow boundary back to the west in eastern Texas. So we could still probably have, I would say, some storms that might carry on into the overnight hours, which could push some gusty winds across the area. But anything tornadic at this point, the only threats that we've been watching is for some of our southeastern parishes. But I would say in the next couple of hours, going up to 9 and 10 o'clock at night, the severe weather threat will start to diminish as far as anything tornadic. But like I mentioned, there's still some activity. Let's go ahead and point this out before we go off air. This is back towards East Texas. And notice right here, there's a line right here coming out Texarkana, already crossing I-30. Here's Longview coming into northwest Louisiana. We're going to be watching those storms. Again, not really expecting anything tornadic with this. My main concern at this point is the fact we might see some gusty winds, could lead to some power outages. And again, there's also more. This is all part of an outflow boundary following the system behind it. So again, we're going to be watching those storms. So I would definitely say we're not done in regards to the wind threat. So we're going to be watching that particular power outages. They're going to be possible. Trees down, things like that is still possible with these thunderstorms. So again, the only active warnings we have right now is a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Richland and West Carroll Parish. That runs to at least 9:15. And again, the only area of rotation we've been watching is the one we were just cut in for. It's the only one we've had so far within the immediate Arclimus. So as we kind of progress into the night, these storms will start to exit off to the east into Mississippi, and things will start to look a lot better. So again, we'll be good enough to go back to regular programming. Like I said, what's exiting to the east is really all we had left in regards to anything rotating. But again, the wind threat is still possible as we progress into the night. And of course, we'll keep you updated on our digital platforms, Facebook and Twitter, best we can through the night as these storms still produce these high wind gusts. But we should be good now to head back to your regular scheduled programming.